ShopSummersLane. We got a lot of love on our Modelo video, so we wanted to show you how to make our version of a White Claw tumbler. So we actually use Silhouette Studio for our design space. Today we're gonna, again, make the White Claw tumbler, and we're just gonna hit print. Make sure that when you guys print to your Epson or whatever kind of sublimation printer you guys have, that it's mirrored. This is an Epson Workforce 7710. We got this originally, it was an inkjet, and we converted it to a sublimation printer. You can either buy a sublimation printer or you can convert one. And then sometimes what I like to do while we wait for that to print, I will print the image on copy paper, and we use our HP OfficeJet Pro, which is an inkjet printer. It's not converted. You cannot do sublimation with this, but I like to do this because when you're working in Silhouette, you're dragging things, you get a lot of dots or mistakes, and this way when it prints you can see that it's a really clean image. And then this way I can actually wrap it around my tumbler. I'll be able to see where I have to cut so I don't get overlay, and then I'll be able to see that my lines match up on everything. And see, it's a really clean image. This we'll throw away, we don't need it, because we got our sublimation printer right here. Now that we got this printed out, make sure you let it sit and dry for just a few minutes. Our image is dry, so what now I'm going to do is, actually I already went ahead, I cut off the edges on both sides of the paper. We have a template that goes into Silhouette, which you put your design into. And the reason why we do that is so that way when you fold over your design, the seams light up. But you have to cut off this excess white or it will overlap, and then the white will actually cut through on your design and it will be missing color. And we actually just use the slide cutter right here. And then now that the sides are trimmed off, we're gonna line up our cup. I'd say we probably put about 1/4 of an inch on the top and the bottom. And that's how our version of the White Claw tumbler is designed. And then what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take my paper, I'm gonna put the image in the inside, and then I am going to line up my lines right here. And I'm gonna take heat transfer tape, and I'm just gonna tape it right over the top so that way our lines are really lined up, and make sure the tape is tight. Then I'm gonna go down. I don't want any bubbles. I want the image and the paper really tight to the cup. Then take another strip of heat transfer tape, real tight. Then I'm gonna go down here. Don't forget we have that light gray that kind of looks like a chrome. And we're gonna line those lines up too. Those ones are a little bit hard to see, but if you start from the top and work your way down, it makes things a little bit easier. So I have a little bit of excess paper down here. Most people like to fold that in, but what I find is because there's a curve at the bottom of the cup, it leaves like a little air pocket in there. So what I like to do is I take my scissors and I like to just cut it and go around the cup. Just get it as close. It doesn't have to be super neat. As you can see, I'm really messy. Just keep cutting around it. That's as close as you can get. And smooth. So from there, we're actually going to put shrink wrap on this.
All right, now we're going to shrink wrap the cup with the image already on it. So you got to get your shrink wrap, place it on there, leave yourself even gap on the bottom and on the top. And I like to line the seam of the shrink wrap up with the seam of the sublimation image. I got my heat gun already ready. It's at 700 degrees. Just make sure it's in there nice and even. And start shrink wrapping. Remember, keep the heat gun moving and don't put it too close, or otherwise you'll burn your shrink wrap and you'll have to start all over again. At first, it starts out all wrinkly. Don't worry, you're doing it right. After you get it all heat wrapped on there, it will flatten out and be nice and smooth. Make sure you get your edges, top and bottom.
So satisfying. It's still hot. I went ahead and I preheat my oven. I hit turbo and then I just hit start 350. I'm gonna actually check the temperature of inside the oven first. We've reached our temperature. Now I'm gonna put my cup in. You can put it face down or upstand, but just make sure it's standing up. And then keep this closed so that way you don't let the heat out. And then I'm just gonna set my timer for 6 minutes. Okay guys, timer's going off. Now I can get the cup out of the oven. Remember, don't forget to wear your gloves. My husband always says safety first.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do. And then see how you can see the image a little bit brighter through the cup? That's usually how you can tell that your cup's done. It's hot. Even me holding it with gloves, it's hot. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I say usually about 10 minutes I let it cool. Now that our cup's cool as a touch, we can actually take off the shrink wrap. And there's your cup, guys. I want to give a huge thank you to Nina for requesting us to make this design. I love the cup. I hope you guys love it. If you guys need help with anything, just let us know in the comments. We will help you tutorials with more tumblers, or we can even help you with tutorials making shirts. Anything, just let us know again in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our video. And check us out on ShopSummersLane.com. We make stickers, we make decals, we make shirts, we make tumblers, and much more. And thank you guys for watching the video. Have a good day.